Hey guys, welcome to my agenda. Today I'm going to be showing you how I went from this to this using Polygel. Personally, I absolutely love Polygel. It's super easy and it saves you a lot of money. If you're interested in seeing how I achieve this look, stay tuned, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Firstly, I'm going to show you the items that I used. Now, I purchased this Gershion kit from Amazon for $53.99. Next, I'm going to be covering the items that you will need to make this look happen. The kit does come with dual forms, but I personally enjoy the Modelones, so I purchased those. You're definitely going to need a base coat and a top coat, some nippers, files, Polygel. It doesn't have to be this brand or this color. And then you're going to want the brushes, one with a spatula and then the other side should have a brush. You're also going to need some form of slip. Alcohol is fine, just make sure that it is 71% or higher. Obviously, you want to start with clean hands. You just want to make sure that you get no germs while you're filing. Here you see me filing and shaping my free edge and also buffing out the top nail with the soft end of the file just to remove the shine to make sure that the product will adhere and you won't have any lifting. So right here while filing, it is very easy just to pay attention to the cuticle. I personally use the file to push the cuticle back a bit and then file along the edge just to get some of that cuticle and dead skin up prior to actually going in with the nippers. It's less work. When you're done filing and buffing the top of your nail to remove the shine, you want to go on and wash your hands again. I recommend drying your hands with a paper towel just to avoid the lint and the strings that could be left behind by using a towel. Gently remove extra skin around your cuticle and the front end of the nail, just making sure that there is nothing that will cause your final product to lift. Here I'm filling my container about 1/4 of the way up with alcohol. This will be used as slip, but it can also be used as a nail dehydrator. So since I don't have nail dehydrator, I just dip each of my nails into the glass. Before applying any product, you want to give your nails a once over and just make sure that you've gotten up all the excess skin and that there's no hair, no string, any fuzz, anything like that that could interfere with how the product lays smoothly on your nail bed. Once you've looked over your nail, you want to apply your base coat. I encourage you to be very thorough. Make sure that you're not accidentally applying it on the sidewalls or on the cuticle. Once the nails have cured, we're just looking over them to make sure that we haven't missed any spaces and that there's nothing laying under the clear coat. At this point, it is safe for us to go in and fit our dual forms. We are looking to make sure that each dual form goes from sidewall to sidewall. We want to make sure that it doesn't hang over drastically, and you don't want it to be too small. That will cause a problem because the Polygel won't have space to fit between your nail and the actual dual form. Keep in mind, dual forms are not perfect. They're not going to fit everyone exactly the same way. My cuticle is a little more rounded off. These dual forms are a little more squared. So for the ones that I have an issue with and they don't fit exactly, I just go in and adjust with the file. Once you've found all 10 dual forms, go on and wipe your nails one more time just to make sure that there's no dust laying on your nails from adjusting your dual forms. At this point, we are ready to start applying the product. Take your dual form and decide how long you want your nails to be. I make sure to keep my spatula in the alcohol, and I also try to make sure that my brush is kind of wet with alcohol just to avoid the product from sticking. You want to place your bead of polygel into your dual form, and then you want to get your brush, dip it in the slip, and start tapping at your polygel. I find it easiest to kind of just dab at it. Make sure that you're pressing the polygel into the dual form because you don't want there to be any air bubbles. I try to form my nail in the dual form as best as I can, that way I can actually visualize it. If at some point you recognize that you don't have enough product, it's absolutely okay to get some more. Then you just want to press it in and blend the product with what you already have. Keep in mind that your brush does need to have alcohol on it, that way you don't get a sticky mess. I focus toward the back just because that's the part that I want to be the thinnest, since that is what will be at the cuticle. Once you have enough product in the dual form, you want to apply it to the nail. You want to make sure that you are not too close to the cuticle. Having the polygel on your cuticle will cause your nail to lift and you will not get long-lasting wear out of it. So you will notice that when you press the polygel to your nail, some of the product will spill out of the back. It's okay, just pick up your brush and clean up around the edges. You also want to clean up underneath the nail just to make sure that there's a smooth surface. The worst thing that could happen is that the polygel is completely stuck to your thumb and it will be lumpy and bumpy underneath. So make sure you double check under there as well. Removing the dual form from the nail is very simple. Press and squeeze and pull, it'll come off very easily as you just saw. I'm going to show you how to do one more finger, but for means of time conservation, I will be doing the others off camera. So this is what a set looks like fresh out of the light. They're really pretty and smooth, as you can see, but you do need to go in and file to get your desired shape. And I encourage you to pay special attention around the cuticle just to make sure there's a smooth surface and that the polygel is flush to your natural nail. You want to ensure specifically around the cuticle that you achieve that flush type of feel, just because you don't want anything to cause lifting. So when we get done buffing, we want to make sure that we rinse our hands with warm water. We're buffing just to make sure we have a final smooth finish before we apply our top coat. Again, rinse your hands before you apply the top coat. You want to make sure that all of the dust has been brushed away. That way you have a smooth application process. As you can see with the top coat, the nails do look pretty good. It's a very natural type of look with the color of the polygel that I used. I'm going to go in with some color because I like to be a little different and I enjoy that pop. The gel color that I used does remain tacky after curing, so you want to go in with alcohol and wipe off the top of your nails to make sure nothing gets stuck to them before you apply your final top coat. Yay, so this is the finished look. I am so happy with them. When I saw how they turned out, I was so excited. Now you do want to go in with some type of moisturizer since you just filed around your cuticle. You want to make sure that you have something nourishing just to kind of replenish what you took away. I am using some rose oil, but you can use lotion, whatever you have on hand. Don't mind me. After watching this, I realized how carried away I got with the oil. At this point, we're completely done with our full set. I really hope that you enjoyed the process as much as I enjoyed making this video for you guys. I hope that you like this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.